My name is Sharon Stead from the Amalinda Collection. My business is 25 years old. In the years of the last decade, what we call the last decade, between 2000 and 2010, there was not many people coming to Zimbabwe, but our businesses were still heavily responsible for the communities and the people that surrounded our lodges. And we started to develop our social responsibility called the Mother Africa Trust. In those years, we could hardly even feed ourselves. There was not enough food on the shelves to feed our own family. We had to import everything privately. And then we still had the responsibility of feeding the schools and the children that had no food either. We ended up doing a feeding program for 460 children at Whitewater Primary School, and we had to feed them for 6 months because there was absolutely no food left in Zimbabwe at that time. We've now progressed. We got another lodge in 2006 in Wangi National Park, which is in the key home range of the presidential elephants. And those presidential elephants have been given the presidential decree where we're not allowed to hunt them and we have to protect them because they are a special clan of elephants that are semi-habituated to people. In that area as well, we have a big social impact responsibility there. Also with the old age homes, we work in the villages, the community, at the clinics. So we've done a lot of work in the history of our business in those areas. My family have been in Zimbabwe for 150 years, and we have a very strong responsibility and commitment. So whether our business is doing well or not, it all depends on whether we are still able to give back into the community. But we have that responsibility and we will continue working and doing that to benefit those people who are less fortunate. So we donate $1 every bed night to our Mother Africa Trust, which covers all the admin fees of our trust. And our trust works on donations from our guests in camp and from well-wishers, and that enables us to give more hands into the community and more assistance to the community. Our visitors get the opportunity to go to real, authentic villages, to visit sangomas, which are witch doctors, called witch doctors, to visit real schools that are suffering what a typical African environment, where they are sitting under the stars or under under trees, learning. They don't have enough shelter. They get to see those sort of people without feeling that they want a handout. They're just experiencing that. They can go and have, they can sleep out in villages if they want. They don't, they can give back. They can work with us on our volunteer program, which is an 8-day program where you're actually staying in camp, but you're working in the villages that we are working with. So they have a great feel of what it's like to be a Zimbabwean and a day in the life of a Zimbabwean. Not only that, but they're able to be with wild elephants in really close proximity. The presidential elephants have broken up into various groups. There is the M herd, the W herd, and our guides identify which are the matriarchs of each herd. So if you're in the game drive vehicle with us, and they can see that at the waterhole there's a female there that they know as Hole, or they identify her, they can call them up to the vehicle. And they bring their babies right up to the vehicle. So you can, within reaching distance, just watch them as they casually pick up grass and, mingle around the vehicle, rest their trunk on top of the bonnet if it's a cold day. If you like that sort of thing, if you want a really close encounter, then it's a great experience to have. Zimbabwe is a country with phenomenal people, and the feeling of hospitality is something that you cannot train somebody to have. They either are bred with it or they're born with it. And Zimbabweans are probably one of the warmest, friendliest, hospitable people in Southern Africa, in Africa. I think for tourism aspects, Zimbabweans have a great future in tourism. I think Zimbabwe is going to be soon known as the Pearl of Africa, as it was.